Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle video tutorials on Photoshop. In this one I'm going to show gradients as well as channels. So the key panel you can find here, window and channels. There it is over here. And at the moment I'm in CMYK. I'm just going to go back to image and mode and just do RGB. But you can use the same sort of things with color channels in CMYK. That's why I just left it at that point. So I'm just going to go to edit and fill and apply it to black. Now what I can do, got the channels here, got RGB. So if I just go over here and I've got my gradient, here's the gradient. Now this might be in a different location if you've edited your toolbar. So select one of these gradients. These are legacy gradients. You have to, if you haven't got them, go to the gradients panel, right side menu, and go to legacy gradients in there, and that will bring them back. Just select one of these gradients here, go for radial or reflected. I'm going to go for reflected. Go for difference. You can go for many others as well. Difference, I think it's a really good one. So once you've done that, just select it and apply it like that. Now that's applied RGB. That's to all of the channels, red, green and blue. But you can separate. I'm just going to undo. Just select red instead and then apply. Now you can of course apply exactly the same gradient to all of them if you want. But I'm not. I'm just going to apply it just to that channel, and you can see then the result. There's just red because the green and the blue are totally untouched. Now I'm just going to go click there, and that's all you need to do. Just click the green channel, and all the red again, all the green, all the blue. So green. Now like that way, and that way. And you can create all kinds of, and of course what you can do, you can always change the gradient. If you don't want that gradient, you always go up to that gradient. And also if you don't want, you can always go maybe use a different type. So you can create some very interesting designs using obviously radial as well as reflected. And then you can go, there's RGB. Now if you don't like the design, and sometimes it's not the result that I wanted, you can always go to undo, of course. Go to the green again, and then I'm just going to go up to a different gradient. Now there's a number of gradients. Of course you can create your own gradients, you can vary it. So you make some like with a lot of red, make some with a lot of green, and some with a lot of blue, which may be very useful if you're using the red, green and blue channels. Oops, I'll do it with reflected. So there's the reflected. And you can see design there. And again, you always go back to RGB and you see you've got this beautiful green and red gradients, which would be tricky to do if you were just using it just by not doing it with channels. And then you can always go to the blue, but you'll notice that obviously this one is actually quite blue, which is quite, so it will have an effect. Sometimes if you've got a gradient that's got just solidly red, it might not have any real, with the blue channel. So you can see, create that sort of design, and then you can go back to RGB and you can see the design. But what you can also do, of course, you can go to the red channel. You can always apply effects as well. So filters, and now let's just go for, say, distort, maybe wave. And you can apply wave design. Wrap around like that. And you've got that design, and then you go back to RGB and you've got that design. Or maybe go to the green one. Maybe you don't like that, you can just always go to filters, and you go to blur, maybe motion blur. Not that angle, maybe go that angle. Click OK. And then go back there. And you can see these lovely streaks of green at the background. Go to blue, maybe apply a different effect to that. Or maybe one of the brush strokes. You can always go to brushes, apply one of those blur things. Or maybe add some shapes. There's lots of different tools over here. Always add shapes here, triangle, pixels, and just add some designs to your image. You don't have to, obviously, you can if you want to, but just combine it. And you can see there, obviously, because that was, we'll go maybe with blue, go to the blue channel, and you can see those sort of things, and you maybe go for white. And you can create all kinds of weird and wonderful combinations, and you can see, sort of get these lovely sort of unusual mountains, sort of blue mountains in this sort of weird landscape with the rain coming down. Interpretation anyway. But again, what you can do, gradients, always go back to gradients. That's the key thing. you're not happy with that, once you've done you always go back, edit and fill, just to get rid of it. Now what you can also do is, of course, you can apply it to selections. So you go over here, maybe rectangle marquee tool, and I'm going to go to red. So there's the red channel, and I'm going to go now to gradient tool. There it is. I'm going to go with a different one, and I can apply it like that. So you can see then it's only applied to that area. Go there. Now what you can do, you can also go back to that, and you can move it. So you can shift it, then go back to that red, green one or blue one, perfectly reasonable. I'm going to go with green now. Just go there and apply. Okay, like that. Now you can go back to RGB, and you can see you can create some very unusual combinations. Now I'm going to go to blue. Again, go over to the rectangular. Just move it somewhere else. So blue channel. Yeah, maybe use a different one. Let's go for that one. And then go back. Deselect so you can get rid of it. And you can see, right, obviously you've got that black there, you've got the green, you've got the red and the blue. So you can combine them by using selections. Very easy to, and of course you don't have to use selections that are just a rectangle. You've got elliptical. You can also, of course, use a variety of other selection tools to create some more unusual selections. Now, just gonna, I don't know where all my tools. Sometimes when I turn around and say that, I then try and look for the tools, and I can't find the various tools that I want to use. So they're there somewhere. But the reason is selections can be used in all kinds of different ways. Like I say, this one, elliptical marquee tool, simple to do that. Again, if you want, green channel, just go there. And then go back again, deselect there. Well, hope you found this tutorial of interest. Always adding new tutorials all the time about Photoshop, Illustrator, Krita, Affinity Photo and many, many others. Also, please subscribe to Graphicash channel. I add videos near enough daily. It's always great. Also, if you've got any comments, any suggestions, any things I've done wrong, always put in the comments, always appreciated. Also a dislike or like. Thank you much.